when it's convenient. When it's not convenient, and when their little egos and their little pride and the kiss the ring bullshit.
So, Mrs. Appleton, was it a good trip? I know. Let's go down here. Got the lovely Mrs. Appleton here. I love these pants she got on. They're wonderful. I want to let y'all know that. Okay, now.
So, just gonna unload on y'all on the road.
Oh,
There's
Lord.
a plethora of stuff that I have to talk about. But, I mean, what's family without... And it wasn't even so much drama as just uncomfortable situations that I feel weren't necessary.
At all.
Yeah, and some rude behaviors.
Very.
And if I could make this about me, I got a dose of me. Because they say if you see something and it bothers you if you see something in someone that bothers you, it's a reflection back to you. So it's a learning and opportunity for you. So I saw a whole lot of me reflected back on me.
Turn this way.
So
there we go. That's better.
I saw a whole lot of me reflected back on me. So it's an opportunity for me to change some of my behaviors because I didn't like what I saw.
Not so much all out of you. It was just reflections from people.
Yeah, so I didn't do anything. I was chill all weekend.
Yeah, you was. You could have flipped your wig a few times.
Yeah, I almost cussed somebody out, but it didn't get to that point.
Good.
I know there's some high-strungedness about me that I need to change because I saw it way too much, and I was like, do I act like that? And I told Dre, I was like, I'm not that bad. He's like, yeah, you are. And I was like, well, that's a fucking problem.
Yeah, you seen it firsthand.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
Okay, we continue this later, baby, because they coming out.
Oh, I got some more.
I know, it's juicy.
I got that juicy.
You stupid.
Dre ain't gonna like it because it's about him, too.
That's okay.
I got that juicy. Alright, so first of all, just all weekend, your daughter and your son were just rude, and nobody else will say anything, but I say stuff because I don't bite my tongue. We pull up. I'm gonna give you the whole story. We pull up, and we're in a 2-wheel drive, and Dre can't park in the snow. So I called them, and I'm like, okay, can you help us with the solution? Y'all live in the snow. Can you help us brainstorm how the heck we could park? Nick's like, well, can you park down here, yada yada. Then Rich comes out and he's like, well, what's going on? And Nick's like, well, they can't park. And I'm like, well, you got a shovel or something and maybe we could move some of this snow out the way so we could park or whatever. He's like, well, you got to park somewhere. He doesn't offer to move his truck over so that Jay could get in the driveway, nothing. He's just like, well, figure it out. I just feel if you have the tools in your garage to make it possible for us to park, hand over the freaking shovel so I could shovel out the dang spot so that we could park. Not figure it out. You gotta park somewhere. Move your truck over so that my husband could park in the driveway. Not, you gotta park somewhere. So that initially put a bad taste in my mouth. The next thing that happened was all the kids, the teenagers, wanted to go with us to Walmart. Well, there's only 7 seats in the car. So I'm like, hey, we're taking the kids to Walmart. Can you guys watch Michael and Caden because they can't fit in the car? Richard's like, my baby's 15 years old. I'm not watching no babies. So I can't help you. And Nick says she'll watch them. So Nick's watching them or whatever. But I'm just like, haha, funny, whatever. And then when we're coming back from Walmart, their time to leave is 10 o'clock. They send us a message at like 9:40, and I'm like, we're on our way back. We get there, and like, they already locked the door, and all of our stuff is just thrown in the car. And while we're trying to get stuff situated in the car, because we get there at 9:55, so there's 5 minutes according to the clock in our car. I don't know what their watches say, but we still got 5 minutes. So we're throwing stuff in the truck. Rich is sitting in his truck. That motherfucker honks at us. So we are driving down the street, buckling our kids into their seats. And later on when we stop, because Dre's like, I have to use the bathroom. And he's saying this for miles. I got to use the bathroom. So at this point, I'm fucking scared of them, because every time you talk to them, they're like, I don't know. No. Sorry, can't do that. Nope. Ain't doing that. Like, y'all are the most unaccommodating hosts in the world. Then we get up to the cabin, and we're just like, well, how do you turn on the TV? I don't know. How do you do this? I don't know. Are you doing this? I'm not doing nothing. So I'm upstairs. It's 4 levels. I'm upstairs, and they're in the living room, and Dre's in the TV room, which is off of the living room. So it's probably the distance from your living room to your kitchen. It's a short distance. It ain't nothing serious. So I'm upstairs, and I'm trying to ask Dre a question, and I'm calling Dre. Nick and Rich are sitting in the living room. Nick looks up at me, and she says, Dre can't hear you. And Nick and Rich go back to talking. I'm like, you can't wrench your neck around and tell Dre that your wife is calling you? But see, I think the deal is, look, if we all were on vacation together and they weren't the hosts, my expectations would be different. But if you're the host, be hospitable. I'm just like, well, this isn't how you treat people who come out of their way to spend time with you and whatnot. So I'm just talking to Dre. I'm venting to Dre. Sometimes people are around. Sometimes people aren't. I don't really care who's around. I don't care who hears me. I don't talk about nobody behind their back. I'll say it to your face. For the most part, I'm venting to my husband about what's going on. I'm just like, I'm just sick of this. Like, these are the one things that stand out. But pretty much the whole weekend, they're just on some dumb Richard, getting all upset because everybody's not where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be. Yes, we tried to make s'mores in the fireplace, and that makes absolutely no sense. I'm just like, I've been making s'mores in the fireplace since I've been making s'mores. I didn't know, ain't nobody set a fire yet. Just like, whatever. So just acting extra. Jay was like, he acted like a straight up, like, he was on mode. Like, so the straw that broke the camel's back is all weekend they've been rushing people. If you ain't there, they're starting without you, or they're freaking having attitudes for days because you ain't there, because they had an agenda. So they say, we're going to do something at 5 o'clock. They start at 4:30, and they're mad at everybody for not being there at 4:30. We're getting ready to leave, and I tell Dre, I was like, did they tell anybody what time we're leaving? And nobody knew what time they were leaving. And so me and Dre woke up. I was like, let's just start getting ready. I hear somebody starting a truck outside. I don't want to be, having to buckle my kid up on the road again. Me and Dre get up, and we're getting ready, and I'm helping Dre load the car. I'm helping pack stuff up, because if I don't help, then we'll be the reason why we're being held up, because we got 2 kids on top of everything else we got to pack up. So I asked Angel, watch Caden, keep him in the living room. Well, in that time, while Angel's watching him, Caden falls or something, and he hurts himself. And I go to see what's going on with Caden, and Nick and Richard are sitting there having a conversation, didn't look at Caden, didn't pay attention to his cries, didn't do nothing. And I'm just like, y'all, even strangers would have turned their head to make sure the baby was okay. But these assholes are sitting here just carrying on their conversation like, not my kid. And that shit is what pissed me off. I was like, I'm done with this. I'm ready to go. We're staying in a hotel. She comes outside, and she's like, you're going to stay in a hotel? I was like, yeah, because I'm over this experience. What are you over? And I was like, I don't want to talk about it. Well, we need to talk about it. I was like, I don't want to talk about it. And I'm changing Caden's diaper. So I start changing Caden's diaper thinking she gonna walk away. No, she stands there and she's like, what are you over? You know, I'm already pissed off. So my energy is already on 10. Her energy may not be on 10, but mine is. Because I've been dealing with their bullshit since we pulled up. We get to arguing, and of course, you know, I was just like, you guys haven't been hospitable. I'm sorry, you're so spoiled, and we're not acting the way that you feel we need to. I mean, we rented this whole thing, and we invited you out, and you're gonna act like this. I was like, how am I acting? I was like, I know how I can cop an attitude. I have not copped an attitude this entire weekend. Now, I may have said whatever to my husband out of frustration, and people may have overheard because I ain't going to bite my tongue because there's people around. Y'all motherfuckers know what's going on. Y'all see what's going on. Y'all may not say nothing. She walked up to my door talking about, you, what did she say? You thrive on drama. You just love drama. You just like, man, when I tell you, it took, thank God I had my seatbelt on. And it took everything in me not to open my door and hit her with that. Like, she's standing at my door with the drama, telling me I'm addicted to drama. And I was like, you don't know me? You don't know me. I do know you. I do. You don't know me. We've never lived together. We didn't grow up together. We weren't friends. You know, you don't know me. Aside from the times that I call you and vent to you, which I haven't done in like 2 years because you act like you're too good to hear my problems, you don't know me. So for you to sit here and talk about I'm addicted to drama, man, you must not know I'm crazy. Like I said, she don't know me. Because it took everything in me. Like 3 times it flashed across my eyes. I kept opening and closing that door. I kept opening and closing the door. I was like, I'm about to open this car door and knock this shit. You get the f*** away from me. She don't know me. You're not moving. Stop trying.
Need some ice or something, huh? I need some salt or something.
Is that what we need? All right, we'll go buy salt.
Which tire we spinning? This one?
This one.
Yeah, if we had 4-wheel drive, it'd be straight.
Mm-hmm. But we don't. Can we take the rental and push this out?
I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to hurt that, mess with it. Nothing.
We paid for full coverage, so any damage we don't got to pay for.
So you just want to tear up the truck?
I'm not saying tear the truck up, but you can use that and push this one. I mean, I don't know. I've seen people do it. Or even get a tow rope. I don't know. I don't know, babe.
That's going to tear that whole wheel up on the back of my car.
I don't know, babe.
I wouldn't do it.
Don't do it. So all you need is to now let's go to Walmart, get some, I guess, salt or a shovel.
Little traction. I need a rock or something. What I use to put on that mud and get some traction and boom, we out.
You say what?
I need a rock or something.
What's the rock gonna do?
Give me some traction right here on the end here.
Oh. Do you want to go ask the neighbor if they have a shovel? Go Go ask the neighbors if they have a shovel, and then you could just break all that ice up, right? Is it soft enough? Or, yeah, soft enough that you could break it up?
That's why I was trying to get some, like, salt or something.
So do you need to go buy salt?
Yeah.
And then the time that it takes us to pack everything up or whatever, it would have did something? Melted something?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go buy some salt. Alright. Conclusion to the bullshit.
Oh, man.
So we get back to my sister's house and Dre tries to move the truck. He still can't move the truck. And then we go into Walmart and he buys some awesome salt, y'all. And then he buys this little shovel. And so when we get back from Walmart, they're back. And they don't speak to us. The husband don't say nothing. The other family members don't say nothing. And everybody sees us outside digging our truck out of the snow. Sorry, I don't have no video for you because we were digging the truck out the snow. So everybody sees us digging the truck out of the snow. And then, so I have to look at it from the perspective of, from a husband-wife perspective. Even if the husbands wanted to be helpful, if the wives were like, don't you go out there, they're probably not going to go out there. You know,
I would have never done that. That's not my way. I mean, I'm not going to let you dictate and tell me to kick somebody and put somebody on the street, baby. I'm not doing it. I don't care. You're just going to be mad at me. I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing it.
Rewind. When my sister said, I'm going to put your stuff out on the... I'm going to put your stuff out on the curb like the trash as you are. Why did my sister put my stuff out outside? So it's one thing to say stuff in the heat of the moment, but she had
it out in the street, fam.
She had 2 hours to collect herself and be like, you know what, I was just talking slip. No, in 2 hours she got home and put my stuff out. So not only did you call me trash, but you let me know this is truly how you feel about me. So
you let that woman do that shit too, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I never did that shit to y'all. I don't even know what's going on. My wife ain't gonna tell me to kick y'all out, put you on love, and put y'all out on the street. That ain't never gonna happen.
So their nieces and nephews are sitting out on the curb while we're digging the car out. Everybody's sitting outside, and when the second vehicle shows up, they lower the garage. So this is the second time in this trip that my sister has locked me out of her house. But I'm the one who's tripping. I'm the one who's addicted to drama. When you came and stood next to me until we confronted the situation. But I'm the one that's addicted to drama. Even though you're the one standing outside of my door yelling at me that I'm addicted to drama and not saying nothing to you. But I'm the one that's addicted to drama. Y'all need to check y'all's mother hearts. Because how you gonna leave children outside? And how you gonna treat your nieces and nephews like that? And I told Bailey, I was like, this is how your aunt and your uncle treat you. So even if they say they love you when it's convenient. When it's not convenient, and when their little egos and their little pride and the kiss the ring bullshit